Welcome back to Turkey Trippin 2022. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down there, and maybe we won't be the slowest growing channel on YouTube. We're still in Arkansas, and I'm not even sure what day it is. Good morning. It is time to start making noise, see if we can't get on a lead. The wind seems a little more than I thought it was going to be. It's not that bad, it's just not that good. Doesn't show up much on the map, but boy, it is a flat bench. Eventually, where I'm going to get to, if I stop running into closed roads and roads that no longer exist, that dead end on somebody's private property, I'm going to end up at some big woods with some big benches on it. One time, eventually today, we're going to get over there. But I saw this on the map and just had to check it out. It looks real nice. These are a bunch of hardwoods. We got oaks, maples, all kinds of different stuff in here. Couldn't help but notice this guy. There's another one on another cedar right up here. Smaller cedar. Tell you what, everywhere I've been so far in Arkansas, I've seen deer. Random places, random times a day. Deer. And jokers are everywhere. This harmless little guy about gave me a heart attack. That's a healthy garter snake right there. Gave me a heart attack though. I have hit yet another closed road. So not only does that cost me a lot of gas, it costs me a lot of time. Because now I've got to go back out the way I came, and I was almost where I wanted to be. Right now I'm not sure where it is I need to be. I'm not finding anything. There's a longbeard off to my right, not that far. I was just running down the road to go change spots, and a longbeard. Two birds were in the road. One went left, one went right. The one on the right was a longbeard. Now I gotta think, what am I gonna do? I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to park and go in the woods and see if I can't maybe talk a little sweet something to him. I know one thing, I should not let this opportunity go to waste. That I do know. Alright, I had to drive a little further than I would have wanted, but let's go get after this. So I went in the woods a few hundred yards and then went back up toward that bird, ran into some junk over here, and then set up on the back side of the junk where there was an old road and tried to call. No idea what happened to him. He never talked to me. Many a possibility as to what happened. He could have went back across the road to the left like the other one did. He also could have went on through here and didn't say a word. Anything's a possibility. He could have busted me somewhere along the line. So as I'm getting near my car, I realized it wouldn't have mattered what that bird did because my shells are still in my pocket, not in my gun. So I opened my gun. Yeah, the shells aren't there because they are still in my pocket. But now the gun doesn't close. I mean, it's like it really hits a hard object in there. Oh, I'm not sure what I did. There, we're back in it. All right, so lesson number 1, load your gun. Tried to get to the spot I've been trying to get to all day with the roads closed and whatnot, and I finally got to this other road, and it's really more of a buggy road. It would have rattled me to death to get up that road, and it was a long ways up that road. So more frustration just not getting, but man, what views though. So I'm just not getting to where I want to be. So I am going back to where I bumped those turkeys off the road. I don't think they went right where that one longbeard went. I think they ended up going left, which is now my right as I'm going back in. That hill drops off and drops off into a big bench. So what I'm hoping is that's where they're gonna roost. Problem is, I saw them probably 2.5 to 3 hours before fly up time. Now we're at about 40-ish minutes before fly up time. So I don't know if they're going to be down there on that bench. Maybe. But at this point, I just can't get to other places. I'm going to have to see if I hear them tonight and then go back in the same spot in the morning. See if I can hear something in the morning. Good morning. This morning I woke up way before my alarm. Couldn't go back to sleep. So I treated myself to a little warmish instant coffee. But now I'm sitting where I was last night. And it's getting light. It's going to be another mostly gray sunrise. No leads from last night. I figure I'll call down here, walk this trail. I'm actually on a trail. Go about 600 yards that way. Then I can cover another spur area. And it's breezy again this morning. I'd like a calm morning one time so I can hear. Struggling here in Arkansas, that's for sure. Alright, I just got a gobble. Not to me, it just gobbled on its own. Out in the direction I wanted to move. So I've got this trail I can move really fast. We're gonna run this out. It's probably below me. So we're just gonna run this a little bit here. We'll turn you back on shortly. And so if you've been following along here in Arkansas, You know what pretty much happened here. I'm just going on a long hike. It was quite long. I went down, did a big loop, followed a road, found no sign on this road, which is odd because there should be some kind of sign on that bench down there, and then spent some time up top where I bumped on the previous day. I had a little buddy here sitting with me at the tree. Right now I think I'm going to make my way back to the car. It's about a half mile from right here. I'm going to get me a solar panel out in the sun. I'm going to park in the shade, and I'm going to fall asleep for a little while. I'm hurting bad. Well, I've had my nap. I've relocated back to a spot where the road was closed and I couldn't drive back in there. So I'm going to walk back in there. I've got just over 7 miles on the day already, and I've got about 3 hours of legal time. So I imagine I'll be in double digits before too long. Preferably, I run into a gobbler before we get a mile and a half out, but don't know. Trying to figure something out and get set up for the morning. I would love to hear something and be on something. I'm not crazy about this stretch of woods right here though. Hoping it turns better than this further down in there. One of the many discouraging factors, one of several, is that I've been, since I've got into Arkansas, I've been in these areas that have a lot of oak in them. And there's a cedar here and a pine there, but there's a lot of oak in here. The leaves, or the ground, is covered in oak leaves. I got white oaks. I've got mostly white oaks right in here. There's a red oak. And I don't find any scratch. I find armadillo ruts. I don't find any scratch. And I'll be in places and I'll find acorns on the ground. Just tells me like they're just not being eaten. There's no turkeys back here. That's what it's telling me. And that means I haven't found turkeys anywhere. Found 0 turkey scratch anywhere. My official report card is I've seen 2 turkeys, I've seen 2 sets of tracks, and I've heard 1 gobble. That's pretty pathetic. I'm on days Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm going into day 4 right now, and that's all I've got. Granted, it's better than South Florida, but not by a whole lot. So I'm kind of sitting here wondering where I've gone wrong in life, just sitting in here in the woods with 0 expectations of seeing, hearing, or calling a turkey in. I may have taken a wrong turn somewhere, but I checked my cell reception, and I had cell reception. Checked my email and checked in on the hunting public's progress on turkey research in Missouri and Kentucky. So I pulled up my RGO card, and we just made a donation to Kentucky and Missouri for a total of $35 for turkey research. So maybe we need to do something about Arkansas. I'm just sitting here frustrated. I don't know what else to do. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, I think, and now that I have reception I can update my weather, but it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I'm not going to just go sit in the rain to hear nothing, see and hear nothing. Yeah, I'll be in Missouri hunting on Monday morning. That's a fact. that night and the next morning, it was just the same old, same old. No birds, no sign, no nothing. If you've ever hunted Arkansas, please leave a comment below and tell me what your experience was. Was it good, bad, indifferent, average? Because mine was pretty rough. Hope you like this video and this series. If you have, give us a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button that's down there, and as always, thanks for watching.